Members Only is a brand that was created in 1975 that became very popular in the 1980s because of its jackets. Well, not to be outdone, in 1976, Eldridge Cleaver created his own Members Only line, that is, male members only. Yes, a phallus fashion line that he called penis pants. Eldridge Cleaver was a failed 1960s GOP presidential candidate, a failed civil rights activist, and a bonafide nutjob turned failed fashion designer by the 1970s. One might ask, how does a guy go from fighting the power to designing clothing? Well, because of the particular article of clothing that he designed, my answer would be that rather than free his people, his bigger desire was to free his willy. But you can decide for yourself as we take a look at Eldridge Cleaver and his friggin' penis pants. Let's get into it. But first, if you like these videos about the most scandalous people from yesteryear who make the Hot Mess History with Ty Said What Ty Said channel a time capsule for the culture, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can know every time that I upload one of these videos or every time that I live stream. And comment, I subscribed, in the comment section so that I can say hello to you. Now, on to why you are here. When you hear the name Eldridge Cleaver, it might conjure up images of the Black Panther Party, afros, a failed presidential run, or maybe even his book called Soul on Ice. What probably doesn't come to mind is a Paris runway or cutting-edge fashion, and there's a reason for that. In the degenerate mind of Eldridge Cleaver, he came up with a solution to a problem that no one had. According to Cleaver, quote, "We've been castrated in clothing, and my pants open up new vistas. I'm against penis binding. Men wear their penis either down the right pants leg or the left. Now, if you cut away a piece of the material on either side, you'll see that the penis is strapped to the leg. Pants were originally designed to corral the penis." End quote. And there you have it. For those fellas who didn't want their wieners to be corralled, Eldridge Cleaver invented penis pants. Yes, penis pants where fashion meets function. Power to the people, power to the penis, or whatever. Now, I already know what your next question is. Ty, how did he do it? How did he get these bold, sexy pants on the behinds of men all over the world? Well, he funded this project himself. He took $42,000 from his savings, which was mostly royalties from his book called Soul on Ice, to establish Eldridge Cleaver Limited, which was a factory and a retail outlet to make and sell his tacky pants for $20 to $30 a pop. Keep in mind that we're talking the mid-1970s, so that's a pretty hefty price tag for a pair of pants. That's roughly $150 a pair in today's 2022 money. But it takes more than just money to start a new fashion trend. So Eldridge got in front of a camera every time that he could to model his pecker pants for the press. But lo and behold, not many publications would print pics of this weirdo in his schlong slacks. I guess that the design was just a bit much for 1976. There were two options, one being slightly less tacky than the other. People talked about his pants, but usually coupled with talk about what a fool Eldridge Cleaver must have been. I know that you all are thinking that these pants look dynamite, but believe it or not, they were not a hit. Shocking, right? I mean, tell me honestly, guys, would you have bought a few pairs of these if you had seen them on the rack at Macy's? Ladies, if you were picking out an outfit for your guy, these would be a must-have item, right? Please let me know your answer to that question in the comment section. I really want to know. Now, I have already ruined the end of the story for you. You know that ultimately the penis pants failed. But they were actually supposed to be the beginning of his empire, just the tip of the iceberg. Eldridge Cleaver had plans to extend his shop to include a space for a school for boys. I have an idea of what the school uniform would have looked like. But anyway, he wanted to use his school to teach boys manners, how to cultivate themselves, how to dress, and how to get girls. A failed black leader who wanted to start a school for boys. Where have I heard this story before? But back to Eldridge. I guess that you could call this a plus about his school that never was. In his Chasing Girls curriculum, he wanted to teach the boys how to get girls without resorting to rape. Which brings me out of his failures as a civil rights leader, presidential candidate, and fashion designer into where he actually did something and unfortunately saw it through, repeatedly. He was a convicted rapist. I know that some of you won't want to hear that from me, so you can hear it in his own words from this passage in his book. Quote, "I became a rapist. To refine my technique and modus operandi, I started out by practicing on black girls in the ghetto. In the black ghetto, where dark and vicious deeds appear not as aberrations or deviations from the norm, but as part of the sufficiency of the evil of the day. And when I considered myself smooth enough, I crossed the tracks and sought out white prey. I did this consciously, deliberately, willfully, methodically. Though looking back, I see that I was in a frantic, wild, and completely abandoned frame of mind. Rape was an insurrectionary act. It delighted me that I was defying and trampling upon the white man's law, upon his system of values, and that I was defiling his women. And this point, I believe, was the most satisfying to me because I was very resentful over the historical fact of how the white man has used the black woman. I felt I was getting revenge." End quote. What a moron. I look forward to the day that these so-called black leaders stop thinking that their stupid peens control anything. I can only say that I'm not surprised that someone who would write that would invent these tasteless pants. Eldridge Cleaver was too obsessed with his penis to lead anyone to anywhere but hell, and his penis pants were par for the course. If you want some additional information on the degenerate mindset of Eldridge Cleaver, check out my fellow content creator, Nyla Vibes, on this video that you can see here. I will also leave a link to it in the description box. Do you know who else was as obsessed with his wee-wee as Eldridge Cleaver? Neither do I. But here's a video that I made about Lionel Richie getting beat up that you might enjoy. I'll leave a link for it in the description box. My sources for this story are New York Times Archives 1988, Messy Nessy Chic Blog, and Jet Magazine Archives 1978. If you want text notifications so that you can get a text a few minutes before I release a new video or before I live stream, text me at 310-634-0865 to let me know, or you can hit my link that's in the description box. If you have a business, product, service, YouTube channel, or social media account that you would like to promote on my channel, email me at taiwan@taisaidwhattaisaid.com to get rates for advertising on my community tab, my live streams, and or my edited videos, just like this one. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Tai Said What Tai Said channel. Please leave a thumbs up and comment so that we can get a discussion going. And share this video on all of your social media, especially your Facebook. That really helps me out a lot. And subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can know when my next video is ready for you. And if you don't like what I'm saying but you love it, feel free to hit that thanks button just below your video screen there and send me some
donations.
Yeah, baby. See you on the next video.